If we continue with 23, to tell us what must be true in order for triangle ABC to be congruent to triangle XYZ by side, angle, side. Well, if you look at the markings right now, you have a side and you have an angle marked. Okay, what we need is another side marked congruent. And if we follow it in order, side, angle, side, it has to go like this: side, angle, and then side. It has to be this one over here. Same thing with this: side, angle, side. So what we need is BC. What we need is BC congruent to YZ. See, we needed BC congruent to YZ. That's the other information we needed. And then it would be side, angle, side. (24) similar to 23. It says if I want to prove these two triangles by angle, angle, side, what information is needed? Well, we know these two angles are congruent because they're both 90-degree angles. And then we know this side is congruent. HJ is congruent to HJ because it's the reflexive side, right? And then if we want to prove, so we have two things right now, an angle and a side. If we want to prove these two triangles are congruent by angle, angle, side, we need, see, here's angle and side. We need another angle, and it has to be this one. It cannot be that top one up there, because then it would be angle, side, angle. It has to be angle, angle, side. So this angle, we know has to be congruent. Let me put the marks in. This angle has to be congruent to that angle. And we can go ahead and call that, just use one letter. Angle I needs to be congruent to angle G. Right. Or you could have said G congruent to I. 25. 25 says, what is needed to prove these two triangles congruent by side, angle, side? Given HI is congruent to JK. Right. Now, even though this isn't given, because it's in the diagram, we know this angle is congruent to that angle because they're both 90-degree angles. Okay, so right now what we have is side, angle. What we need is another side. So it would be side, angle, side, side, angle, side. So we need IJ congruent to KL. Okay, that's the other piece of information we need. And then hopefully you remember the DigiGame. I did put the website on here if you guys want to go on the website and play. So this tells me, so the first guess is 37, and one of those numbers is correct, but it's not in the right place. So this is pretty much what I have. I know it's a 2-digit number. So the 3 may be correct, but it's not in the right place. So I know my number is going to might end in a 3. And then if it's the 7, if the 7 is correct, I know it needs to be moved. So then it says, what logical conclusion can you derive from the table below? We know the number is either going to begin with a 7 or it's going to end in a 3 based on this guess. Okay? Because I know one of these numbers is correct, but it's not in the right place. So just switch them. So then if you look at 27, 27 says, well, the first guess is 43. And they tell me one number is correct and it's in the right place. So watch. So the 4 might be correct and it's in the right place. or the 3 might be correct and it's in the right place. Okay. So then the next guess says 53. Nothing is correct and it's not in the right place. Okay. So then the question is, what logical conclusion can you derive from the table? Well, for my second guess, I know that's not the answer. Okay. So the logical conclusion we can derive from the table is my 2-digit number is 40 something, but not 43.